Hi, Justin Thompson here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, PA. Here to take you on a ride along on the 2019 Odyssey EX-L. Come on, let's check this out. All right, everybody, the 2019 Honda Odyssey, this is gonna be the front grille for pretty much every model. This is the EX-L model. Know that there's two trim levels above this, the Touring and the Elite. But right here in the front, you're gonna see the Honda symbol here. This is actually the radar that is going to detect distance and speed when you're looking, when you're using the frontal collision brake mitigation warning system, and also our adaptive cruise control, which I'm gonna go over with you when we take our ride. You're gonna see the fog lamps here on the bottom part of the grille, the nice aluminum alloy wheels. You got the back tailgate. As long as you have the key fob on you, you can have it in your pocket. You just simply hit the Honda button. Just so you know, when we take the ride, it's tough to see back here sometimes. Just want to show you that you do have the ability to stow and go the seats, and you have the ability to maybe even put them flat if you want. The second row does the same thing. If you want to put the back gate down, you just hit that button and it's going to close automatically for you. Just know if anything is obstructing the door whenever it's coming down, it will bounce back open, so the kids can't get hurt back here. So the SmartPass keyless entry system, how this operates, very, very simple. Again, I had the key fob in my pocket. So guys, you have them in your pocket, girls in your pocket, or in the bottom of your purse buried. You don't even have to have it on you. Or excuse me, you don't have to have it in your hand. You just walk up to the car, put your hand through the handle, and it's gonna unlock the door. Everything else is gonna stay locked unless you program it differently inside of the vehicle, which you can do through settings. When you're finished with your ride, you simply just hit that black button and walk away. And it's that simple to get in and out of the vehicle. Now, how about remote starting the vehicle? That's when you actually have to take the key fob out of your pocket, and you're gonna hit the lock button twice in a row, and the circular button, you're gonna hold it down for about 3 to 4 seconds till you see the lights blink. It's gonna start up, and you'll actually see the turn signal light there at the bottom. That blinks 6 times, so that when you're inside of the house looking out, you know that it remote started. It'll run for about 10 minutes and then eventually shut off. You can remote start it one more time before actually getting in the vehicle and physically having to start it up. That's so somebody couldn't remote start your car all day long and run you out of gas. And speaking of running out of gas, if you're really, really low on gas in the vehicle and you try to remote start it, it may not even start at all. Again, it's programmed not to run you out of gas. Okay, and opening up the sliding doors, you do have the ability from the key fob here. All you do is just hold the button down for a few seconds and it will open the door. Whoop, I should open up the one closest to us. There we go. And it's as simple as that. It will open up, and if you want to close it, all you do is hold down that same button. And there's that back door closing. And then this one. Now, when you have the key fob on you, you do have the ability to just walk up to the door and just pull on the handle, and then it will open up automatically. So you just do that and it's gonna go back. You also have a button inside of here to close it as well. Mom and Dad, just know that you can lock these doors from up in the front of the cabin. That way the kids don't open up the doors themselves. So very safe vehicle. Well, that's enough for the exterior. Let's take it out on the road. And here's the inside of the 2019 Honda Odyssey EX-L. Just know that you have 2 trim levels above this, the Touring and the Elite model, and we're gonna try to get that Elite video out to you as soon as possible. You do have Honda sensing with the vehicle, which I'm gonna go over when we get out on the road. You're gonna have the 9-speed automatic transmission with the push transmission with the buttons up top here. You have the push start system for the ignition. You do have the electronic parking brake, so we get rid of the handbrake and the foot brake. That's over on the left-hand side of the dash. And I'll explain this to you quickly. What you do to set it is push it toward the dash to set the brake. And by the way, to release it, you just pull on the mechanism and it will release the brake, okay, with your foot depressed on the floor. So one more time, you push it toward the dash to set the emergency brake, take it off to press the brake on the floor, and pull toward you on that same mechanism will release it. If you have your seatbelt on and you try to drive away with the emergency brake on, know that it will release the mechanism so it doesn't break. So if anybody's driven away with their emergency brake on accidentally, you can't do that as long as you have your seatbelt on. With the 9-speed automatic transmission, you do have the paddle shifters up top here that you can shift down and up in gear. So it's kind of like having a standard shift without the clutch. Automatic lights with the fog lamps as well, so you can keep it on auto all the time. You don't have to worry about turning your lights off or forgetting to and chance draining the battery. You're going to have the Bluetooth connection, the hands-free Bluetooth connection with your smartphone connection as well. So it's integrated with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you're going to be able to plug the vehicle, or plug your phone in, excuse me, to the vehicle and have some of the supported applications on your smartphone show up here on the touchscreen. And this particular model doesn't have navigation, so you can use your maps on your smartphone as your navigation, and it will actually show up here on the touchscreen. Heated seats for the front and passenger. 3 positions, high, medium, and low. Climate control, you have dual zone climate control, so I can have it set how I want on my side, and a passenger can have theirs set however they want on their side, with the sync function. So if I jump in the car and I want to sync up the temperature, I can do that quickly. Also, we have automatic climate control, so you can set it to whatever temperature you want, and it will maintain that temperature inside of the cabin for you. A couple other things to note, you do have the automatic dimming mirror with the HomeLink system on there, so you can program the garage door openers for that. You also have the one touch all the way back for the sunroof and one touch all the way forward. I'm actually going to demonstrate that for you. One touch all the way back, opens up, and then one touch all the way forward, and then it will close it. Anytime you have an auto window or an automatic sunroof, you have one position that you can just tap and kind of open it up as far as you want, but if you do that double click, that's where it's going to put the auto setting for you. You do have the ability to tilt it, so you just press in the middle portion of it and it will tilt the back end up. And then to close it and ensure a tight seal, you just press it forward as if you were going to close it with the automatic closing, and you're set. You do have the sunglass holder up here with doubling as the eye in the sky, so you can keep tabs on people in the back. You do have the snow mode set here, so you have between normal and snow for the settings. This is not all-wheel drive, however it does change the gearing to give you a little better traction in the snow. You also have an Econ button, which you can use on your long trips, which will maximize your fuel efficiency when you're not on too many hills, more of a straightaway, a flat surface, so on the parkway, turnpike, stuff like that. I'm going to show you right now with brake hold. I'm in drive right now, and if you notice on the dash it says hold in bold green. That's how I know I can take my foot off the brake, and we're in drive and we're not going anywhere. All I do is tap the accelerator to release brake hold, and when I bring the car to a complete stop again using the brake on the floor, it'll say hold again. I can take my foot off the brake. This is something you can keep on all day long. It's not a button that you have to press every single time you want to use it. By the way, you have position 1 and 2 for the driver's seat, for the memory seats. Now I'm going to demonstrate some of the Honda sensing with you. First one being the blind spot monitoring. I have a truck coming up here on the left-hand side, and you're going to notice this glow orange. There it is right there. Now, if I have somebody in my blind spot, oh, I kind of talked through that one. But if I have somebody in my blind spot and I put my turn signal on, not only will it glow orange, but it'll also beep inside of the cabin too. So a couple things to note while we're waiting here. You do have a center console, very big console by the way, with the USB ports for your cell phones, and you also have an auxiliary jack here too, so if anybody has a device with that single prong hookup, you're going to be able to do that as well. You do have a power outlet here, as well as a change compartment. Cup holders up front here. A lot of cargo space up front, by the way. Really roomy. When you're in the van, there's just so much room. I know how it is. I've never owned a van personally. I don't have a family just yet, but I can empathize for my customers that have families and they have their kids running around, and you got to take them to soccer practice and dance recitals, this and that. This is such a good vehicle to buy in order to do that. There's very functional. I don't feel like I'm in a minivan right now though. That's the best part. Right here in the cabin, I feel like I'm in maybe a Honda Pilot or maybe even a CR-V, you know. So for those of you out there that are bummed about getting a van, don't be, because this is a fantastic vehicle. You'll love it. One thing I'm not going to demonstrate for you, because I don't want to chance crashing the vehicle, is your forward collision brake mitigation system. Now this system is always on unless you disengage it over here on the left hand side of the dash, which you can engage or disengage the road departure mitigation system as well, which I'll go over in a second. Forward collision warning is going to use that Honda symbol that you saw up front whenever I was going over the grill of the vehicle. And what that's going to do is calculate distance and speed from us and the vehicle in front of us or any stationary object. If we're going under 20, 15 miles an hour and we come upon a vehicle or maybe even a pedestrian at a crosswalk, the vehicle will brake itself automatically. It will say brake on the dash and beep at you. If you don't apply the brakes in time, it'll do it automatically for you. At higher speeds, you may not stop completely, but it will definitely slow you down. So that ability to turn that off is over here on the left-hand side. I would never ever turn that off. The road departure mitigation is this button over here. It looks like a car kind of going off the road. We want to see that green light. What that's going to do is kind of stiffen up the steering and keep us centered in the lane when we're driving on the road. Now this does come into play whenever we're at higher speeds, but I fully believe that it comes into play really whenever you're on the back roads, because you have what's also called lane keep assist system, which kind of takes over when we're at higher speeds above 45 miles an hour. And what lane keep assist is going to do, and I'm going to demonstrate it right now, whenever we get over 45 miles an hour, the dotted lines that we see on the dash up here are going to turn white. That's how I know the system's ready to operate. If I start to drift, it'll slightly vibrate the wheel and pull me back into the lane. Okay, we're getting real close to 45 miles an hour here. So if you're hovering just above or below it, you'll notice these lights, the lines turn white and then turn off. And just know that if you're hovering around there, you may or may not have the wheel actually vibrate. But we're above 45. The dotted lines are solid white. So if I start to drift, it'll actually vibrate the wheel and pull me back into the lane, which it just did. It's kind of difficult for you to see on the video, but it's just very subtle vibration and a slight judgment in the steering. It's not very much. Right now the lane keep assist and the road departure are working hand in hand. I can feel the steering kind of turning as I'm going through the turn there. Nice safety features to have. Keep in mind your insurance. These vehicles are very, very easy to insure, and they're not much at all. Now with adaptive cruise control, all I have to do is just hit the set button and it's going to set the cruise just like anything else. What the adaptive cruise control is going to do at that point is if you come upon a vehicle that's going slower than you, it's going to brake and keep a safe distance from you and the car in front of you. When that vehicle accelerates, it'll put you back up the speed automatically. Or if you change lanes and get into the fast lane, there will be a car icon on the dash. It'll go away and then it'll pop you back up the speed. But that radar that you saw on the front behind the Honda symbol, that's actually calculating the distance from you and the car in front of you, and also working for that adaptive cruise control. But I'm actually going to set the cruise control here and show you how this operates. So you have to be going above 25 miles an hour, and then all I do is hit set just like any other cruise control, and it's going to set me at 55 is where I had the cruise control set. Now I can hit the plus button and go up 1 mile an hour increments, or I can simply hold the button down for a few seconds and it will pop me up 5 mile an hour increments. So right now that car icon we see in between the two acronyms, ACC, which is adaptive cruise control, and LKAS, lane keep assist system, is now keeping that safe distance between us and the vehicle in front of me. Now if I want to shorten that distance, all I do is tap this button. It's a little car icon with the lines underneath, and now I brought that vehicle closer to me. So I've bridged that gap between me and the vehicle in front. Once you get a little bit more braver with the adaptive cruise, maybe bring the vehicle a little closer. I would suggest for those that are new to this to keep the setting as far away as possible. But now all I have to do is get into the fast lane, and that GMC is going to get probably far enough away that that car icon is going to go away. And if you can just imagine that you're on the fast lane without a vehicle in front of you, what happens, it'll pop you back up to speed. And I'm keeping a safe distance. It's still got that on the camera. But let's say that that vehicle did get too far in front of us, that car icon will go away and pop you up to speed, whatever you had set. Now the warranty on the vehicle, you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. That's going to take care of all the internal features, all the electronics, touchscreen, motors in the seat and the sunroof. And then you have a 5-year, 60,000 on your powertrain, which is your engine, drivetrain, transmission. All the major driving components are covered. Now as far as the feel, The leather seats are nice. I don't have the heated seats on right now, but I have had heated seats and I enjoy them. It's really nice in the wintertime. What's really cool about the remote start, so you know, whenever you remote start the vehicle, if it's extremely hot inside of the van, it's going to bring it down to a comfortable 72 degrees. Also vice versa, if it's really cold outside, it's going to bring it up to a comfortable 72 degrees. So there's nothing that you have to preset before remote starting your vehicle. But right now, this is such a smooth ride, just changing lanes on the highway. It's real quiet. Like I said, the seats are really comfortable. I have a lot of room. I love the leather wrap steering wheel because of the nice feel here. Not a lot obstructing me. I have the armrest here, which has multiple positions. So depending on how you want to have your armrest in, you can. Driver has that, or passenger has that as well. But just what a pleasure to drive. It really is. You're going to have the 5-star plus overall safety rating with the vans as well. Honda's set themselves in a different standard of safety. 5-star usually you hear is the best that you can get. Well, Honda, not to sound arrogant, has put themselves in an even higher class. It's called the 5-star plus safety rating. So you're looking at one of the safest vans on the road. And why buy from Smail Honda? There's many reasons too. I could spend another hour talking to you about why to buy from Smail Honda, but a few reasons. Number one, our sales staff is very friendly, easy to deal with, and non-pressure at all. So you can actually come into the dealership, take your time trying to figure out what vehicle is the best for you, and then sit down and get some additional information, numbers or payments, whatever we can do to help out. Management staff is terrific. And then service. Our service department is A+, 100%. These guys have awards, one of the best service departments in PA. That's the same with our sales department as well. We have many awards. But basically what I'm trying to get to is you're gonna have a very nice experience whenever you come in and take a vehicle for a ride. So we actually care to take the time and figure out what's the best option for you. We also take time to make these videos for our customers too. Not sure. It is an information-based world, you know, and a lot of people are online looking at vehicles. So I can't imagine that I'm the only one out there doing it. I'm sure there's other dealers, but I'll tell you what, we do go the extra mile. We really want to make sure our internet customers are informed. So I can't thank you enough for watching these videos. It really means a lot to us. You do have the ability to have the rear climate. You can set it however you want. The second row does have the ability to set their temperature and the fan speed as well. And that's going to be up on the the right-hand side there. You do have the map lights for anybody in the back seats as well. So for the backup camera, we simply hit reverse. And now we have a few different camera angle views. We have a wide angle view, see traffic coming from either side. That's a cross monitor detection, by the way. It's going to let you know if there's anything moving behind you and what direction it's coming from. So if I kind of poke out here and I have somebody pass, we'll be able to hear that beep again. Also, you have more of a straight-on view whenever you go to make your park. There's that cross monitor again, and notice that it actually shows the arrows of what direction it's coming from. So this is more of a straight-on view when you go to make your park. The dynamic guidelines do change color to give your projected angle into a parking spot. So I like this angle. You can kind of map out the lines on the ground with the grid. And then you have a straight-down view. You can back right up against the curb without hitting it. And that line is about 2.5 feet away from wherever you're backing up to. So it's still got a lot of room. And that's the ride along on the 2019 Honda Odyssey EX-L. If you have any questions about the vehicle or would like to come in and take it for a spin, please visit us here in Route 30 in Greensburg, PA, and ask for me, Justin Thompson, or visit us online at smailhonda.com. Thanks for watching.